Good morning everyone, welcome along to a MX5 Restorer how-to video. Today we're going to be letting you guys know how the MX5 Parts daylight running lights. Daylight running lights. Daylight running lights. Basically the LED kit that they sell for the Mk3 3.75 and Mk3. I think there's a couple of differences between them, but it's basically their kit, and we've installed it, and we're just going to run through with you what we've done, what we've come across, and so you guys can basically do this at home. So, right, should we start with the stalk?
Start with the stalk.
Right, okay. Let's enter the cockpit. Can we see? Okay. So with this kit, it is recommended that obviously if you're fitting this kit, you obviously don't have the front fog light switch for to switch them on, so you need to change the stalk on the steering wheel column. Now Jim's just gonna run through with you what to do.
Okay, so as you can see, this one, if you can see from there, hasn't got the fog light ping in it. It's only got the rear fog light switch on here. So we have to remove it all. First you start with these 3 screws here, 2 self-tappers and 1 machine screw, and that pops off.
Right, where are those screws located, Jim?
2 at the front, closest to you, and 1 in the middle at the back.
Okay.
And then that allows you to pop this off, he says. Make sure that you pop the adjuster lever down, otherwise it gets in your way.
There's not much light here.
No.
Hang on, pause, Jim.
Oh, do you want to light the footwell up
With the magic of editing, maybe.
Pop the hood open, actually.
No, it's fine. Go on, got some light in there now. Okay. So that's the lever down there.
Yeah, you want to make sure that the lever's out the way, otherwise it's safe. You can get this down. Drop that down, that releases the top. Just lift that out of the way. And then there's 2 little machine screws there, and 1 bottom, 1 top, and that lets you slop that out. That comes out the way, and then you've got a little pin clip here.
You just push that in and then pull, yeah?
Plug out, and that's your old lever with the 1 flick for fogs.
Okay.
And then you get your new lever. Lovely new indicator stalk, which has got your front fog flick.
Yep.
And that goes straight back in. Thankfully, we don't have to put any more wiring in, because Mazda, in their ultimate wisdom, put all the fog light wiring in.
I think that's generally a cost saving, so
yeah.
It suits one loom to be compatible with many cars, but they just don't have the accessories plugged into it. Otherwise, they have to make a loom for that car model and then a different loom for that.
Yeah, and
that's
then
probably the answer.
Reverse, taking it apart, put all the trim back in, and away we go.
Alright, do you want to do that quickly?
Obviously, put your 2 screws in there.
Yep, go on then, because we'll be doing this as the final fix.
Oh, good, okay.
You got a screwdriver?
I have.
Ah. So we'll bung that in. So what we're going to run through in a minute, I would say that this kit is something that you can do at home, but I think only if you're a competent DIY mechanic, or have got some skills, some fine skills, either using a power file. Did you have to use the angle grinder at all?
I used a hot knife.
A hot knife?
Yeah, I heated up a scalpel knife and just smoothly cut them out. I find it makes less mess.
Alright.
You could use a power file, or Dremel.
Yeah, so Dremel would do it, wouldn't it? So we'll run through with what we did on the front bumper, but there is some cutting out to do.
Right, that just screws back into there.
Okay, stalk secured.
This goes back up there. Back into here.
You got 2 other screws here, Jim.
Yeah, they're the old ones for the.
Oh, are they?
The other stalk.
What?
They come with new screws with a new lever. Right, it's all pop back in.
Would you like that?
Yes. That one's at the front. That one's on the right.
Everyone at home is enjoying you screwing in silence.
I'm trying not to drop anything. And there's a little hole down here. Very important to find the right hole.
That's actually quite a quick job, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a bit easier than what I thought it was
Yeah,
going to be.
I thought it was good. Most cars, steering wheel off, binnacles on one piece. The fact that they're separate levers makes it very easy.
Cool, so new stalk installed.
Yeah.
Let's go and have a look at the front now. So, yeah, as I was saying, this job is literally for someone that's... I wouldn't suggest trying this if you've got no experience with retrofitting third-party devices, or don't do anything at home and not very skilled with power tools or anything, because it is more involved. But I think if someone that's been doing sort of DIY mechanics at home and is confident that they can sort of cut some plastics out, and I think you'll be all right. So, right, do you want to go up on the ramp, Jim? Oh, we'll stay down this height. So, do you want to talk through basically the fitment of what we had to do to get this, to get the light in?
Okay. There's a little section up here. This is all in the instructions that they supply. They show you a before and after picture.
But what language are they in?
German.
Right.
Get used to Google Translate. Yeah, there's a piece out here you have to cut out here.
What pit is that from this side? Or is it?
Yeah, that's the top. I think.
Is that?
No.
It's from the other side.
That's the other side.
Oh, it's the other bit down there. Yeah, I'll just get that bit down there. We got them out, but they must have just been a bit kicked in.
Yeah, that's the bit out of there. And then there's a small bit down here you have to take out, and a little slither out of there.
Yeah, so obviously this picture's a good still here, so you could probably pause your video and you'd get a good picture of like what we've cut out to obviously make this fit. So where's the actual LED? Over here. Here's the plate. So these are the fascia plates that get sent. Now the finish on these out the box is it's okay. We have actually, what did you do on this, Jim?
I think it was a 2000 grit sand, getting nice and flat.
Yeah.
And then I think I had...
You did about 4 coats of satin black on there, didn't you?
To get them
convincingly. Yeah. So you could put them on out the box, but I wouldn't recommend it. They are very flat looking, aren't they?
It's a bit unfinished, really.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, they looked exactly like this on the other side. Just sort of a rough gel coat look.
Yeah.
But yeah, a bit of
I'll turn it around. I'll put some light on it. Turn it around. That's it. Yeah. So
it looks a bit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could put them on, but they wouldn't look very smart.
No.
Yeah.
Right. So should we put them in the hole so you can see how they fit?
One thing's worth saying: when you paint them, leave them for overnight, because once you've painted them, you've then got to assemble the LEDs into the back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And you get fingerprints and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So let the paint go off.
You want to make sure it's nice and strong.
So they just pop in theory now.
Pop into here. You want to assemble the LEDs in first. That pops into there, and then you have studs on the back of them. And you put the studs in the back, which I can show you on the other side.
You can sort of see from the fitment there. You can see the studs that. No, with the studs. No,
Studs on in, yeah.
No, they're not, are they? Okay.
Same on the other side.
So that's gone through the sort of the fitting in the bumper. I suppose we should just briefly go over the wiring side now, Jim, and how you approached it and what you've wired onto.
The instructions are a bit vague.
So what we should talk about is the colour code.
Yeah.
But everyone would assume.
Yeah, the wires that they supply are grey, black, and brown. Which
Okay, so the black in automotive normal, you know, what anyone would presume would be a ground.
something negative, yeah.
It's not, is it? Is it the positive switch for the LEDs?
Yeah, that's the main feed that comes on. When you switch the ignition on, that's where the positive goes and switch them on.
Yep, and then you had a brown,
And then there's brown wire, which is an earth.
which is brown, you know, you can get and then
the grey wire which runs to the headlights, so that when you switch your headlights on, it dims them down so you don't blind people at night.
yeah. All right. So
I'll show you them here.
let's have a look at the wiring. So we've done it a little bit different to the instructions. We've sort of done it a bit simplified, really.
I tried to hide the wiring more so it wasn't plastered
So
like the engine.
let's go over where the black wire goes for the LED daytime running lights. So where have we come off from that?
So that's the black wire here.
So that is, let me grab a torch. My finger's there. So that goes onto the accessory, and the accessory wire is, if you'll be able to spin that round, it's a black and yellow.
Yeah, it's
which
black
is
and yellow trace.
this one here. Now this wire here, this black and yellow, is accessible from the top here if you wanted to without going behind here, and it's located next to the big blue and red wire here. So that's this one here, that black wire there, that black yellow, if you can see it, that is the accessory for the LEDs. The brown wire, which we were just talking about, just gets grounded out here on there, and then your connection to the dipped beam headlights. You could go onto the back of the bulb.
This wire they give you is really long. You could come all the way out of here and go into your wiring in your headlight, but I thought it'd be nicer to keep it
underneath.
In the fuse
So
box.
what colour wire have you gone onto in there? Purple and white.
Yeah, purple with white trace.
Purple and white trace. So if you look underneath in the fuse box, you can go in there and then you can keep all your wires underneath, and keeps the connections from getting wet and moisture getting in them as well.
And that's all of them in there.
So that was the connection. So then you obviously ran your wires. So what route did you take, Jim?
Big binnacle hanging out. You run it round here.
Is there a path there for it?
Yeah, it's pretty open. I didn't have to get anything out of the way.
So
Just
you
tucked it in underneath.
looks
the
like
main-
there's a loom there already. So did you utilise that as well? Did you manage to sort of secure it to?
I just secured them to the main loom. As they come out the fuse box, it comes round, and then the main loom goes down a hole down here.
Okay.
You can't quite see it, and the headlight, because the fog light wiring's already there, and the fog light wiring falls out the bottom, and you just drop it down.
Alright, that sounds simple enough. Well, the instructions does say that you need to remove this front bumper, don't you?
The
But
instructions do say remove the front
you didn't need to. I think all you had to remove was the front splash guards, wasn't it? Underneath.
The two front corners. Just took them off.
Yeah.
You could remove it and maybe tuck the wiring right up under the front, but what I did was I undid these 10 mils on the front.
Yeah.
Just got the coolant bottle and air box back a little bit, and put the wiring, attached the wiring to the main loom that runs under here.
Yeah.
I popped off these little clips, popped the main loom down, and just tucked the wiring round behind there, so it follows round it out the way.
Okay.
He's back, and it comes up this end and disappears down the same
Yeah, so
hole.
I think I might have been a bit off camera then, because there was someone walking in the workshop who I didn't recognise. So you basically you undone these bolts here, didn't you? Pulled them away and got the cable underneath.
Under these 10 mils, and that allows you to get the airbox out
Yeah.
of the way.
Okay.
And then you can tuck the wiring down with the other loom
Yeah.
for the fog lights and straight that down there, and they both hang down.
Alright, so do you want to give us a light show? Starting off with the daytime running lights. He says do 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 do. Right, there we go. Woo! Right, we got lights. So then so the idea of the connection that goes onto your dip beam is, if Jim now puts the dipped beam on, you'll see the daytime running lights dip down. So they go down in brightness, and then also now you've got the new stalk on, and bingo, there's the fog light. And that's it. And there is pretty much the basic how to fit the daytime running lights to your MX5 Mark 3.75. So
That's a wrap, really.
it is, isn't it? So cheers for watching. See you in the next one. Bye bye.